Ladies and gentlemen, live and direct from S.STREET Media and all the places in between. It's the Trip Over Radio Show! The return of the Trip Over Radio Show, an alternative means of psychedelic masturbation with your boy Will B.K. back on the scene after years of hiatus, or I ate us, whichever it is. I can't eat all of y'all, but I can do my best for some of y'all and whatnot. What's going on, party people? I know y'all have not seen me on the scene. I hope everybody's been doing well and good and shit. And, you know, why am I still talking with a mask on? Because I think the last time I was on the mic, I had a mask on. And that shows how long my teeth been fucked up and whatnot. But they're under destruction. So I still got to, you know, trying to talk as much as I can into the mic. I'll drop it down a little bit. Shit. Let me tell you something. I talk about, you know, people, look, I ain't stupid. I talk about my shit first before motherfuckers mention my shit. So then it won't be as funny if you happen to mention it. Because I already brought it out that my shit is the way it is. And so, you shortchanged the laugh and whatnot. But what's been going on, you know, for those that have never, ever really been on Trip or ever really seen Trip Over, and you know what we are, is that we are a program that caters to people's vices and people's hidden lives and stuff like that. You know, so we cover like sex and drugs and entertainment and politics and lifestyle stuff and drug usage and stuff like that. You know, we don't really advocate using it if you use it, whatnot. However, you know, but we do understand and we try to provide ways of doing it safely if you're going to do it any motherfucking way. And you're hearing it from people that have also been part of the lifestyle in some capacity or another. Unfortunately for me, I just happen to been in lifestyle, whether it's kinkual or it's narcotically. I have experienced both aspects of the spectrum. I've worked in the music industry a long time. A lot of people know me. A lot of people know I do shows like this, but it's like, that's just, well, you still are people. If, you know, they want an avenue or a lane, I'm not usually that lane they'll go to for shit like this. However, it's good to know someone that they know that's in a lane like this. So, you know, that's how it goes. So tonight's not really going to be like one of those shows where I'm going to be going off the bringing in the zany and shit like that. I have a co-host here tonight. I'm going to introduce you her in a second, but I just want to get just some things off my chest because I don't remember, because I'm getting old and whatnot. You know, when you know, Anya, when you get to be my age at 53, you know, you can't do the things you know. I can't hold my farts anymore. My balls are getting are coming closer to my body as opposed to drooping. I can barely hold my pee. You know, I'm drinking water all the time. I'm every time I drink some water, I'm going You know, I'm looking at the AARP card. I'm looking at the life insurance commercials. All of a sudden, it's interesting now.
Oh, shit.
You know, I'm talking to the younger people. Come here, young man. Young man. You know, young man. You know. So
disciplining.
You know, so it's. You know, so all these different things is going on in my life. But before I go any further, I do want to introduce my sitting host for tonight. That's Anya.
Yes, thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for sitting along with me. The thing about Anya is, for years, people have tried to instill in me about I can do the show by myself, which I probably could if I really put my mind to it. But what people don't understand is that there's so many different moving pieces with this show in terms of, you know, different segments I got or different things I bring on. And it's just, it works better for me when I bounce it off of people.
Yes.
And whatnot. So that's why
well, I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it as well. And whatnot. So, you know, I've been, you know, doing a show, oh man, easily about 15 years, about 15 years between
Hey.
multiple stations.
Well, happy anniversary.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Multiple stations I've been doing it. And doing it, I've been doing it with the owner of S.STREET Media Mathematics. I've been doing it with him at least 10 years. Is that sound about right between?
Hey, solid.
We've been working with each other for about 9, 10 years.
Yeah.
I would say about 9 years.
About 9 years. So it's always been trip based. It went from the Trip radio show, and I was working with Real Rose. Shout out to Rose, and it was the Trip radio show. But then when me and her separated from doing the show, she's on everything. She's on pictures, clips.
Right.
So I changed it to the Trip over.
Had to revamp brand.
And whatnot. So and like I said, through all that time, I've had the same person that's consistent who knows the show.
Right.
But that's why, as it relates to doing Trip, I will only do it with him because of the familiarity that I have. If I'm not
course.
here, then he
Yes.
at least know I know this man's show. So
Right.
that's not it, or that's whatever. But he knows it. So that's why I still do it. But if I do something new, I might go somewhere else. But as it relates to Trip, I'm gonna stick with
Yes.
Matt because he knows it and whatnot. So yeah. So yeah. Well, Anya, I don't know too much about you. Tell me a little bit about you before I go into my other shit.
Yes, I'm an artist. Originally from the Bronx. I live in Jersey right now. I've actually just started really dropping my music. I'm getting ready to drop my EP December 1st. And then after that, I'm doing an EP release December 15th at First Live out in Bushwick.
Okay.
I'll send you the flyer if you want to, come through. But, yeah, I just, been working full-time really on my music, kind of like full-time at my job and then full-time on my music because, like I said, this is the first year, I've really consistently been hitting the ground running with my music.
Okay. Well, what can people expect? You being a new artist, I take it being a new artist.
Yes.
What is it that people should expect when they hear you for the first time or see you for the first time? Should they expect from you?
Real,
Yeah, whatever.
honestly, because, that's what my music is based around, my life and things I've been through and stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, it's a way to sell it, but you could definitely work on how you sell it.
I know. I'm just now getting to it. This the first year, so I'm trying to work out all the kinks right now. But I'm working on it.
Well, I can definitely tell you, someone that's worked at multiple record companies. You don't want someone else to define it for you.
Right,
They
of
ask
course.
you what is it
Yes.
about, and you're not really sure how to express it.
Right.
And then they'll be like, "Well, let us do it." And then next thing
Yeah.
you know,
And I would never want that.
yeah. And they say,
'Cause,
well, then
Like I said, it's real. It's me. Like, it's my story. So,
But it's good. But it's good. So, but I'm glad and that that you're still pursuing that opportunity, that still
Yes.
pursuing that dream, and whatnot. And I hope you
and I'll definitely be in touch with you. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm just learning something right here. You know what I'm saying? Me, when people talk to me, I listen. So, that's something that I will go home and now that's my homework. Like, I have to work on how I'm going to sell my music, how I'm going to present it to the world. Because that's one of my problems. I've been doing music for maybe 10, 12 years, on and off. I'm more of a writer, so I've been writing since I was 14 years old. But I've always had that little doubt about my music, so I'm, like I said, I'm working those kinks out.
Okay, well, good, because it's because my experience has always been, and it'd be so funny. You just come across the right person.
Yes.
They like your
Don't even
music,
talk about
and they
it.
say, and you're not really sure how to let them know what you got. So it's like,
It's funny you say that because, like I said, I just started consistently recording music. I said I've had music recorded, ready to go, but again, I had that doubt, and I think it's been about 8 months now. I went to my first S.STREET Media showcase. I think it was the Algorithm, was it? Yes, and my people's Kim King, he's an artist as well. His boy Exile was performing, so I came out, and I was just out there to support. And while I was there, I met dude by the name of Woody. I don't know if you know Woody.
Do I know Woody? I might not know Woody.
Yeah,
okay.
But yes, I met Woody, and he didn't know me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I came up to the table, I pieced my boy up, and he was like, "I'm Woody." I was like, "Oh, I'm Anya." He was like, "You do music?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do." Again, reluctant to even say anything. And he was like, "Yo, you should perform tonight." And I'm like, "No," because I've never performed before this. Like, I record music, but I never performed anything in front of a crowd because, again, just dealing with that self-doubt. So, long story short, that whole night, he just kept telling me, like, "Yo, you should perform." And it's funny because there was another girl there, and he was telling her, like, "Oh, you should perform," and she actually performed. And then after that, I was like, damn, maybe I could do this. And he was like, you see, you can do it. He was like, "Yo, I'm going to stay on you. I'm going to stay on you." And from there, he would call me every event that they were doing. He called me for it a couple of times. I was working, so I couldn't make it. But he stayed on me, and that motivated me. Like, that was inspiration for me because he was like, "I'm your biggest fan." He was like, "Your music is hot. You got to let the world hear that." And that, like, it spoke to me. So from there, I just been working.
Okay.
So, yeah, shout out to Woody because he passed away. Rest in peace, Woody. We love you forever.
Shout out to Woody. Shout out to Woody. And it's the same thing with other areas of life. And something that Denzel, I never will forget that particular quote he said. He said, "Ease is the greatest threat to progress than hardship." So, so
I believe it.
So there's the self-doubt can help in certain ways in terms of there's still something within you that still needs to be developed.
Ooh, yes. Talk about
so
it.
there's nothing wrong with riding that wave in terms of that there's still something I have that's genuine because I don't know what else is out there. Because when you get to a point where now that you're successful, some people forget about the doubt. And there's nothing wrong with forgetting about the doubt, but then the vulnerabilities that you have that got you to the point to want to do better, to want to go further, to want to push yourself. For some people, once that's gone, it's like, now I can just put out any bullshit
Right,
I want to.
Yep.
Because it's like, I got it like that.
That makes so much sense.
You're already a fan of mine already, so, you know.
Yes.
So,
And I want to piggyback off of what you said because, a part of that comes with growth, and so many times, like I said, I've been doing this 10, 12 years, writing music, recording stuff and saying, I'm going to drop music and I'm going to do this. But at the time, I just wasn't ready. Like the past 3 years, I've grown so much and I actually see it. You know what I'm saying? So that's another part of it too. And yeah, I definitely, I believe in staying humble, never forgetting where you came from, what you've been through, because at the end of the day, that's a part of your story, and that's what makes it real.
And then and it's also on the flip side of the spectrum, because based on your age, this is your trajectory going up. When you get to be my age, I'm going this way.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
It is in terms of just life expectancy.
Right. Oh, yes. You're right. You're right. That's self-doubt. That's self-doubt.
Once you get to the 50, after 50, now I realize I'm middle-aged.
Right.
So it is that way.
And then it's another plateau, though. Because,
if I was going this way, then, shit. But it's going. Like,
But then you hit it and you go right back up.
So no, I think in terms of age, no.
No,
But
don't
now,
ever
I
say
said,
that.
all those things I was saying about
Man.
my body, and just, it's just like you can't. I don't have the same legs
Right.
that I used to. Even as much as we work out and be in shape.
But you can never stop learning, and the brain can always grow. So.
Yeah.
That's why I say, don't say, you're getting older.
But
What do they say about age? You're never too old to,
no. That's nothing to do with you're never too old. There's nothing, no. That's true in terms of things that you still might want to do. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But still, the way the body progresses, things start to slow down. Mm-hmm. You might not can lift it as high as you used to.
Right.
I was not too long ago. No, not within this year, because talking to my.
I know,
but maybe,
not too long ago is a wide range for us.
But not too long. I'm at a lifestyle event. I'm banging this 30-something-year-old chick out, and I still got the moves.
Okay.
I'm still laying it down.
Yeah.
Whatnot. We just finished, and she was going to the bathroom. I said, I'll be right here. She, watched her go into the bathroom. So that door closed. I'm like,
okay, I need a Red Bull.
And I'm realizing I don't even have
coffee.
the breath. Like, I'm a small frame man.
Mm-hmm.
I do what I do, but you realize, like, damn, man, how much more. I don't know everybody, but we all.
I get you though.
Lose it
yes.
after a certain age. You just don't have it like
yes.
you used to. You're always gonna be a step slower, like or even with the wrist. With the wrist, you like this. You're
as time go on, it slow down.
Now you can start telling. Yeah. You
need the 32-year-old for the assistance.
Yeah, so like I said, when you're younger, your balls are hanging, mm-hmm. but as you get older, they start coming back up.
Yeah.
So now you what I'm saying. So, but all of these different things, as it relates to age and memory mm-hmm. and stuff like that, it starts. It starts progressing when you get to be 50, when you're middle age, and shit like that. So I'm just saying.
No, I hear it.
Sure,
I hear
man.
it. I'll be there one day.
Yeah, one day. So you got, and you got so much time to play with.
Yes.
You got so much time to play with and make mistakes.
And that's why I want to, do things that I, in my mind I've said I wanted to do. So I want to manifest those things now. It all started with Woody. Mm-hmm. And, he's not here no more, so I got to keep it going. I've struggled ever since he's passed with, then I'm getting back into the self-doubt, like, I don't want to do it. I did enough. I'm good. That's it. But there's so much more to do, so.
Yeah, so, so like I said, so whether it's cake or drugs or music, everything is a progression.
Or a little bit all.
Or a little bit of all, it's people will ask me certain things about lifestyle or drugs or music for what have you, and I try not to really give too much advice anymore on certain things because, what I've experienced might work for me, but it might not work for you.
Right, exactly.
Or a certain record that I might have worked. I worked it this way when I was doing radio promotion or marketing, and it might have worked then. It might not work for you now in terms of time and whatnot. You're being more independent, the way artists are today.
Yes.
You kind of have to create your own shit. You have to do your own push. I mean,
mm-hmm.
the different platforms allow you to get yourself on these platforms on your own, mm-hmm. as opposed to my days when it's a person like me.
Right, it had to go through certain channels.
Do it myself. Whether it's contacting record companies, or not record companies. See, there goes the progression. But radio stations on my own. I have to mm-hmm. do it on my own, or they have to go off my paper list. Yo, here's my list.
Right.
You'll send it to them. Mm-hmm. Now I'm gonna contact them individually.
Right.
Such and such and such and such. Such and such and such and such. Such and such and such. Shout out to Kerry Singleton. Same thing. That is affiliated with.
Yes, I know Kerry. Shout out to Kerry.
Yeah, I've known Kerry
Carrie's Corner.
Yeah, Carrie's Corner. I don't Carrie. Me and Carrie known each other for almost 15 years. Both of us were pushing records at different labels. I was over. He was over at Arista. I was over at Columbia. And then I was over at MCA. But between those two labels, I've known Carrie just as long. So if I'm going into his market, and he's coming out, hey, Carrie, is there anything I need to know that's going on out here? Being at a competing label.
Right.
Make sure you see this person. Even though we know the same people, name the same events, and such. Or I'm going into his market, and he's coming out, or he's coming into the market, I'm coming out the market, and we'll still be in touch. Hey,
ideas off each other that way.
Anybody new I need to reach out? Yeah. Check out this show and such. I got an event going on here. You can take your artist here and such and such. So, those are, the things that, we do. Me and him sit on a lot of panels together.
Okay.
So, so it's good to know and see that he's, because I've done my show before he started doing his show. But yeah, Carrie knows my show just as well. And we, like a lot of times, know the same people. Shout out to Carrie once again, because all the accolades with his books, and the awards that he's going on. He's really a icon out there in that New England area, where he's really from,
Okay.
So
shout out to Carrie.
Yeah, shout out to Carrie. I don't know which sound effect there was. Was that the claps?
Yeah.
But it could be. Okay, we're wonderful.
The claps here.
Okay, keep doing the claps. Oh, I hear it. There we go. So I'm gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna come back.
Yes, thank you.
And talk a little bit more about what's going on, but maybe not yet. Maybe not. Keep running my mouth a little bit. Where's my yak?
It's Trip Over Radio.
Yep. So it's just good to get my feet. Usually, when you're gonna see the show, I'm probably gonna have a Cupcake Caddy or she's a
because I'm gonna be tuned in. For sure.
Cupcake Caddy will be sitting there, and she's been doing this for a long time as well, sing with me, so she pretty much know my
Shout
timing.
out to Cupcake.
Yeah, Cupcake Caddy with the Batty, whatever that song she's got going on. Cupcake Caddy.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to follow her and check it out.
And shout out to Real Rose. Shout
out to Real Rose.
Real Rose is actually the first person I started doing the trip with, and we were partners for a couple of years and whatnot, and then, just due to differences of direction, of course, we, stopped doing the show together. But, shout out to her. She's a child now, married now.
Shout out to Royal.
And now she's doing comedy.
Comedy.
She's doing comedy. Hopefully,
and that's the Real Rose.
Real Rose. But Real is Reel.
Okay.
But I apologize. She goes by Rose now.
Ah, okay.
So it's Real Rose. So I'm sure she'll.
It's funny. My cleaning company is called Royal Rose.
Oh, what?
So that's why I said it's the Real Rose, right? Because I said Royal before.
Yeah. So it's Rose.
Yes.
Okay. So whichever but that's what she's doing. So I know she'll be on here. Sometime I already told her she's always welcome. She knows she's always welcome to come on Trip Over anytime she wants to push her shows or a comedy or where she's performing and whatnot.
Yeah, got to come back together one time for the one time.
Yeah, whenever she's ready and whatnot, and but like I said, so many people have come through, this show in terms of who we've introduced and who we performed. But let's see who have I interviewed. We've interviewed Roxanne Shante, Mr. Cheeks, Lunel.
I love Lunel.
Mickey Howard.
Okay.
Chris Jasper from Isley Jasper Isley.
Legends.
Al Scratch.
My grandmother raised me, so I know all these people you naming.
Vanessa Smiles, Mo the Monster, Destiny Dreams, like those last three, Vanessa Smiles, Mo the Monster, Destiny Dreams, all porn stars.
Oh shit!
And they one of the stories.
The trip.
Yeah,
it's the trip over.
We have, and we've And like I said, we've had different stuff happen. Like Matt said about the Destiny Dream was a wild one because she was gonna give me head on air.
Oh my God, yo!
She was. I don't know if she actually did it with Silk. I don't know. That was the DJ at the time.
Can't confirm nor deny.
She put her head under his shirt. He's got his hands up.
Oh my God!
I don't know.
Are those up on the site? Oh, I'm gonna go check those out. I'm gonna definitely check those out tonight. I gotta tap in.
That happened on another platform I was on. I was doing a show. I got choked out on air because we were demonstrating breath play, and he put me out.
Yo, I like this.
And it was funny. Instead of saying "Willie, you all right?" you got the guy that's the station on. He's like, wait, don't wake him up yet. He's got his camera. Wait, don't wake him up yet. Let me get a camera. Let me picture that. And then you got Cupcake Carrie. I was just telling you about, and she was sitting over there. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm mortified. He's dead." And then people in there laughing.
Right, you sleep.
So as soon as he let me go, I snapped right out of it.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. And then there's another episode, for example, and one time with Kitty XO. And we were just happened to be talking about
got the stars
butt plugs. And she said I have a butt plug in. And we were like, wait. You get a butt plug in right now? She's like,
Let me see.
Yeah, that's exactly what we said. Let me see. She said, I can show it? Yeah.
I knew.
She lifted up her skirt, and you just see all of us look.
Oh my!
There's a video on
Oh, I'm definitely watch this, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna definitely watch
this. Like, wow, okay. So I'm
gonna get trippy. I mean, I ain't gonna get too trippy. You know, I'm gonna mess with the flower, and I'm gonna check them out.
Yeah, we've been blogged on here, and, you know,
a good variety of everything.
You wanted to be urinated on.
What now? Willie,
I did,
but it was.
No. That's I don't mind.
It was a porn star,
but not on air. Did I?
I can't remember.
I stopped it.
Oh my God!
Did I?
You said, "Yo, would you mind?" I'm like, "No."
Oh my gosh! That was probably one of them trippy nights. That was the trippy night.
Yes.
Yo, not the plastic.
Yes.
I definitely got to check these out, man. Oh my goodness, this is just. I love this.
So those are the kind of things.
I'm glad you back on there.
Yeah, man. So those are the kind of things that we always want to do. Try to push it as far as we can. With what we're doing, you know, we always want to try to see how far we can push it. And whatnot, and we've been able to. We've certainly been able to. Shout out to Hardy Brooklyn.
Shout out.
Hardy Brooklyn, a very unusual white man. I love Hardy. Hardy is a little bit older than me, gentleman, and he's deep more into the lifestyle than I am. He would come in here sometime with leotards.
Oh my!
With just leotards, and you can see the outline of his palinky.
You know what I say, just trippy.
And it's like
real trippy.
And like he's gotten body painted in here, and like it's like every week it's like you just see Mav's face. Yo,
you know what it reminds me of?
It's
like Howard Sternish, taking it there.
Yeah,
taking it there.
We always took it like at Howard Stern meets The Breakfast Club.
Oh yes.
And whatnot. So it's always been something like that.
Yeah.
But the detriment for me, I think, doing the show sometimes is that you kind of it keeps you in the lifestyle,
right.
Even if you're not trying to do it anymore or whatnot,
it's hard to separate.
Yes. Absolutely. So if you're using drugs and whatnot, you can't. It's hard to not do it,
not to do that, and still do the same. Yes.
When I know everybody in the cipher,
right? You can't, right?
It's
You can't be the only one out.
like yeah.
Everybody else on another planet, a whole another playing field.
Yeah, so it's because everybody's got a cup of liquor out, or someone's just done something in the bathroom, or just someone just went out and smoked outside.
That peer pressure be a motherfucker.
So there's no escape of it, or there's nobody you can just like pull someone to the side. What are you telling me for? I just did a line. Or what are you telling me for?
Right,
I just had
exactly.
a drink.
I
What
don't
are you telling
care.
me for? I just smoked. What are you asking me for? I just took this pill. So there's so that's the thing that it was always hard to separate. And it's funny that Matt said something earlier that I thought was really funny. Is just like it's hard to break out the cipher of people I know because it's like. Shit, it's like
that's all you've known, you know.
Yeah, all those kind of people.
Built this.
I met Will at a party.
Right.
It's almost like that. Not too far off from I met you at a party, or just trying to break the stigma of being a good time.
Yeah.
Or having a good time. Motherfuckers still calling me at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. Something's fucking wrong with them.
Right.
But you think I got the answer, or I got the product, or I've got the connect to get something, or what's going on now. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Because I know you know.
And that's just a relationship.
I know you know.
Yes.
And then most likely I will know what's open at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Exactly.
4 o'clock in the morning, after hour spot. Or you got to connect,
and it's good that they're able to reach out to you. You know, just like you said, it's hard to separate yourself from that. So you know,
it's just one of those things which is really difficult. And even at this age, you still fight the same thing. Still fight it. It's not. Yeah, it's almost like taking a chick who's a whore or
the whole girl,
or like
shout out to the whole girl,
shout out to the whole girl and whatnot. It's like someone who's trying to reform from being one. It's like no. And you ask him the second time, well, I can't now. After the third time, well, where we going to go?
It goes lesser and lesser, and you're like, what? I'm going to just put a little foot in.
Yeah, so sometimes it's like that.
Yeah.
You want something? Nah, not really. The next thing you know, well, where you get it from?
Right, Next thing you know, you like, look, I need you to point me in a direction because I'm going there tomorrow.
Yeah, so sometimes, so that's the thing about doing this show. Sometimes it helps. And sometimes it doesn't help.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm not the best help. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the things with Rose, love you, Rose. Rose. That was one of the reasons we separated from doing the show, because she wanted to incorporate into the show to take something positive,
right?
Like motivational speaking, kind of mess.
And that wasn't the direction you were going.
I'm like, Rose,
and that's all a part of growth.
What are we motivating them to do when we just went through all of this? I'm a user. Whether you use it or not.
Now you trying to change it up.
Now you want us to throw it out there to motivate them to do what? That wasn't a direction I wanted to move in. So we just thought it was just best that maybe we shouldn't.
At that moment, y'all were growing in different directions.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's okay.
And still to this day, and I know she didn't like, and she's probably not gonna like when I hear this, when she hears me say this, that she believes that I'm jealous of her for some reason, and that's just so hurtful for someone that I help that thinks that I'm jealous of them or anything that I'm not.
And that's people, that's their own insecurities. I say people like, they're dealing with their own. Like I said, everybody has their journey. You guys weren't growing in the same direction at that time, so. All you can do is wish people well.
Oh, absolutely, and whatnot. So shoot. What did I say? Once the adult, twice the child, or twice the jerk, and I don't know. It's something. There's got to be some message in there,
Yes.
And whatnot. Can I refill my glass? Can I do a break? Yeah, just a quick break.
Yeah, please.
Anyway, we're
'cause
just
I
gonna
gotta
just do
go
the
to the
song.
restroom.
Yeah, I go to the restroom, and I gotta refill my glass. It's the Trip Over Radio Show, no alternative means of psychedelic masturbation. S.STREET Media. Your boy Will BK. Anya.
Thank you for having me tonight.
Oh yeah, no, we're just taking a quick break.
Will
Hey,
from BK.
Yeah, Will
Shout
BK.
out to Trip Over.
That's right. We're gonna be right back. Trip Over Radio Show, y'all. Be back.
From the checks where you from. Around my way they bangin' hollow tips and dum-dum. Yeah. Murders, robberies, and all that. Slipping in the field, you know the formats. I'm from the checks where you from. Around my way they bangin' hollow tips and dum-dum.
You open up this door before I tear up this plane.
I'm from the checks where you from. Around my way they bangin' hollow tips and dum-dum. Yeah. Murders, robberies, and all that. Slipping in the field, you know the formats. I'm from the checks where you from. Around my way they bangin' hollow tips and dum-dum. Yeah. Murders, robberies, and all that. Slipping in the field, you know the
I'm
format.
from the checks where you gotta move around with your eyes open. 1-4 smooth, your head to be wide open. I don't care how your pockets looking, cause mine's swollen. When you up, even your friends hate, that's mind blowing. I ain't local, I'm ahead of you, I'm telling you. I'm respected on every block in America. I never hated it, I never ratted. When it was on me, I was moving like I never had it. Yeah, they talking, but it never mattered. I'm too busy leveling up to catch me, they gon' need 11 ladders. I like designer clothes, I'm up, I can spin it, fam. But I'm from the era of champ hoodies and Timberlands. I'm from the Bronx, up the block from where the Yanks play. Try something, spinning your block the same day. That's life in the trenches, trust no one. I seen the toughest nigga turn to an
I'm
eyewitness.
from the checks where you from. Around my way they bangin' hollow tips and dum-dum. Yeah. Murders, robberies, and all that. Slipping in the field, you know the formats. I'm from the checks where you from. Around my way they bangin' hollow tips and dum-dum. Yeah. Murders, robberies, and all that. Slipping in the field, you know the formats.
My bars wild, P now, bitch bangers and scars. The PJ Section 3 swag, ridiculous bars, Paul. Who y'all niggas flexing on? What? We ain't slipping out here, we got the weapon drawn. Big shit, make you get the heckler dance going on. Slipping ass niggas get booked up. Fix you up nice, homie, you can get hooked up with the hoodie, with the mask. Hit 'em with the mag, more trucking than these come. Sip 'em in the bag, boy. Type of shit that make you feel the pressure. Beams flashing, rockets flying silent through compressors. Yeah, now niggas like to talk a lot. Leave you like a Chevy in the parking spot. You ain't come up in these jacks and you holding bricks. Hounds to slide down, body checks and goldie sticks. Yeah, y'all know the vibes, man. It's Wild King.
I'm from the checks where you from. Around my way they bangin' hollow tips and dum-dum. Yeah. Murders, robberies, and all that. Slipping in the field, you know the formats. I'm from the checks where you from. Around my way they bangin' hollow tips and dum-dum. Yeah. Murders, robberies, and all that. Slipping in the field, you know the format.
Welcome to Wild Kingdom. This is mine.
Here we go, Wild Kingdom, Team Demo. Free to God, you already know, man. Listen up.
In the field they launching missiles, it's going down. In your mom clear with holes and feathers floating around. Hammer slam down when the rocket hit, they fall, knock your helmet off, dogs. Chin strap and all, listen, and all that. I rep the Bronx, I'm not playing. Wild Kingdom hoodie, night gears with the straps hanging. I go hard for real, your grind not like mine. Took it on the road, fam, establishing pipelines. Caught some bitch selling work, I really move it. DEA forfeit your paper, and I can prove it. We had the lobby popping, band packs finishing them. Pockets chunky like 2 cans of spinach in them. Hey yo, I'm humble, snap like a gator. Get the load and them rockets up in the rail for the haters. Look, I be chasing the bands, chop it down, scrape up the plate like Edward Scissorhand. You rat niggas got hitting tendencies. My track record clean in the hood when you mention me. Used to move in the hood and back blocks. Black Dodge van on the set with stash box. Yeah, I build on my own with no favors. Got it with the work on the scale, plates and razors. I used to move in the hood and back blocks. Black Dodge van on the set with stash box. Yeah, I build on my own with no favors. Got it with the work on the scale, plates and razors. Yeah, I move with urgency. Y'all niggas be stalling. Roll the dice on myself and now I'm evolving. Them trash balls, they fly right by me. My flow lit like C74 in the 90s. Yeah. Y'all niggas hashtag trash. My style dope. Should wrap it up in cellophane bags. Have the valves popping. The hood they do know. Flow like the Ox store, the Newport Loose flow. Like that. Y'all be going to the moon with these lies. See my bars roll like Resi on a spoon when it dry. I've been doing this. I get with the shit in the spot. Long pole while I'm mixing with the wrist. It goes down in that order. I make the yay dance up in Poland spring water. Used to move in the hood and back blocks. Black Dodge van on the set with stash box. Yeah, I build on my own with no favors. Got it with the work on the scale, plates and razors. I used to move in the hood and back blocks. Black Dodge van on the set with stash box. Yeah, I build on my own with no favors. Got it with the work on the scale, plates and razors.
What's up, motherfucker? Welcome to Wild Kingdom.
We're back here on the Triple Radio Show. Don't turn to me into psychedelic masturbation. Your boy Will BK. Anya's still up in here with me. We're here at S.STREET. Yeah, nice. So pretty much, we were just not, this is like one of my old Seinfeld episodes, just talking about nothing and whatnot. Talking about Anya's,
shooting the shit.
Talking about this aspiring career, talking about pretty much me, lifestyle stuff and whatnot. My shit is it's pretty documented in terms of me and whatnot. I've worked at I've worked in, like I said, I've worked in the music industry a long time, at various labels.
Okay.
Columbia Records. My first gig was at Def Jam. Then I went to Select, the label, Interscope.
Wow.
Oh, I forgot MCA. So it was
Sitting
Columbia,
right now.
Def Jam, MCA, then I think Select, the label, and then Interscope. So I worked at all those different, labels.
All dope labels.
Most of them are closed.
The groundwork, that was that's the history.
It's funny. Shout out to Leor Cohen, because Leor was the one that actually gave me my gig at Def Jam.
Okay, shout out to
Leor Cohen.
Leor Cohen.
And it's so funny because when I was interviewing with him, because there was a vacant position for the national radio promotion alternative position.
Okay.
And I'm still an intern at the time at Columbia, but they were familiar with my face because I was with Ashley Fox. Shout out to Ashley Fox, who was one of my mentors, who I always traveled with and whatnot. And before I even get to that story, it's interesting, going back to what I was explaining to you earlier about self-confidence. She was the New York regional for Columbia Records.
Okay.
So that means in her region, the Northeast regional, means she was responsible for dealing with all of the urban stations in that region.
Right.
Which means New York, New Jersey,
Philly,
Connecticut. Well, we didn't do Philly. That's another region. But New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, the New England area.
Okay.
That whole region is solely hers as it relates to urban stations. And I was her intern, not her assistant, but her intern. So one particular time, we had an in-store in New York. I was in the office, and Ashley was still out of town, making her way back to New York. And I make my way to the in-store. I forgot what artist it was. And I called Ashley. I said, "Yo, Ash, where you at? We're setting up. How far are you?" She said, "Well, I'm on my way back, but I don't think I'm going to make it in time. I need you to start. When it's supposed to start, I need you to start it." I said, "Okay, I'll tell her counterpart, who's a white person, I'll let them know so they can start." And she said, "No, you're not hearing me. I need you to start it." I said, "Ashley, I'm just, I don't really know what to do."
I'm the
"Yes,
intern."
you do." She said, "Yes, you do. You've been with me. You do know what to do." I said, "Ash, I can't really, I can't. I don't know if I can do this." She said, "You're going to do it. I expect you to do it." Click. Oh, did you just hang up on me? And then I called her right back. "Ash," she said, "Will, I know you know what to do. I expect you to start it by the time I get there. It should be started, and you should be, started. I don't have time for this." Click a second time. She didn't answer the phone after that. Then the white
I ain't gonna tell you again.
Then the white counterpart came over to me and said, "What's going on with Ash?" I said, "Ash, she's gonna be running late. I don't know if she'll make it here in time for the start." And at that point, he said, "Will, what are you gonna do?" then it just started hitting me. "Well, what would you normally do? Set up such and such and such, looking at the time, maybe this is probably the best time to do it." So everything kind of fell in.
Yeah, it fell right into place.
And so shout out to Ashley. So it was her that actually also negotiated my deal. I got my first deal with Def Jam, because it was like, Leo Cohen, because he's been celebrating him. So Leo was asking me questions. I'm answering. I don't know. I don't really know the gig like that, but I know from what I've been given to work. And if you do your history on Def Jam, who's had that position, you had Bobito Garcia. Shout out to Bobito the barber. After him was Kevin. Kevin Mitchell. Shout out to Kevin Mitchell. And after Kevin was me, so I was the third person, or fourth person. I think it was the third who had that position at Def Jam, as it relates to working college and alternative promotions. And Lior, I answered most of his questions, and he said, "Will, I'm going to ask you a question." He said, "Well, I'm going to ask you a question, and I don't want you to answer me now. I'm going to answer this question, and I want you to go back to your office and give me the answer when you get back to your office." I said, "Okay, no problem." He said, "Well, this job requires dick sucking. Why would one want to suck dick for a living?" And I don't answer me now. I want you to think about your answer. Go to the office, call me back in 30 minutes, and tell me what your answer is. Okay, no problem. So the whole time, because I was at the Def Jam office, went back to the office back at Columbia, and I have no answer. I don't know how to answer a question like that. I've never been asked a question like that. So the whole time, I'm looking at the time. Oh, shit, 5 minutes before I answer, I still don't have an answer.
Sweating, you like, I don't know how I'm going to answer
no one can help me. Nobody has an answer. I have to call him back. I call him back. "Hey, Kathy, it's Will." Leo told me to call him back. "Hold on, Will." Kathy went, got Leo. Leo came back on the phone. He said, "All right, Will, do you have an answer for me?" Why would one want to suck dick for a living? And that's when it came to me. The answer came to me. I said, "Because success comes fast." That's how I flipped it. And he said, "Good answer. Very good. I'll talk to you later." And that was it.
Very good answer. Very good answer, Will.
So what he did was, now he reached out to Ashley, so that's who my boss was. He told her, "I want to hire Will." She said, "Okay, well, how much are you paying her?" So they're negotiating. She's negotiating on my behalf.
Yes.
She was negotiating
on
my behalf, because I wouldn't have known anything. She said, "We want to start Will off for $14,000. She said, no, I'm not making money at all as an intern. But she said, "We're going to start him up $14,000. She said, "No, you're not." She said, "If anything, minimum, you're going to start with $25,000. She said, "Done." They said, "Done." And that's how I got
Yeah,
my
Ash,
gig.
that's how you do it. Big business.
But shit, man, like when she first told me, how you gonna tell me no about this at all?
Okay, it went from calling
yeah.
Ash 3 times.
Yeah,
You sure you want me to do this? I don't know. To we starting you with 25,000.
Yeah, so that's why I said those opportunities.
Yes.
Even when you're afraid, or not sure if you should. I mean, all these things is you have to develop your voice sometimes, and sometimes when you're in the corner or you're pressed up against the wall, you'll be surprised where it comes from.
Right.
If this is what we're gonna do, then this is what we're doing. All right, well, whatever that is, if we're gonna fight or whatever.
Keep it moving.
So because they're not, it's in those situations, they're not going to give a fuck. They're not going to give a fuck how your parents, your wife or your children could just got killed 5 minutes ago. They'll be like, I'm really sorry to hear that, but we got a record coming out tomorrow.
Exactly.
What's your plan?
Yep.
Are you going to be on the plane tomorrow? That's just the way the spectrum
And
works
that's
as
that
it
lifestyle.
relates to the industry and entertainment. It
Yes.
doesn't stop for your problems.
Sure doesn't.
So that's what it is. You'll be surprised in the blink of an eye how you can turn someone off.
I was just about to say, people have such short attention span. It's like you have to keep coming. Like you can't really take no break. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll replace you quick.
So you always have to be on point with an answer or an explanation or something.
Yeah, they are deadlines and they are immediate.
So that's the last thing that you want to do is somebody to kind of define, who you are and whatnot. And, ooh, goodness, that was a good one.
That's that Tito's.
Mm-hmm. Tito's.
And that Pepsi.
That's right. I like big Tito's. But in those things, same thing. How they carry over to other things of life. Like for example, have you been following the story with Kiki? Kiki.
Oh, Kiki Palmer. Yes.
Kiki Palmer.
Yes.
And whatnot.
That's my girl. I love Kiki.
Why do you love Kiki? Why do you love her? Why do you love Kiki?
Well, she's not really my childhood, but I feel like I kind of watched her, blossom into who she is today. Her mother, really dope woman as far as everything that they've done, and I don't know her, so I can't really, but as far as what I've seen, she's grown up very gracefully. Her mother, helped her lay her foundation and again, get to where she is today. Yeah. So, I just love her for how she pushes, not even pushes, but her image, you know what I'm saying? And I hate that all of this stuff is happening.
So tell us what you know about it. Apparently she's got a restraining order against her boyfriend.
Right. And he's the older brother to Sonaris. I can't pronounce his name, but he was on Insecure with
really?
Issa Rae. Yeah, that's his older brother.
Oh,
so
shit.
he's the younger brother of the boy Sarius. I don't even know how to pronounce his name, but and I don't know, I don't know their relationship. I was not there, so I can't speak on that, but I do know from what the media, has been putting out, she got the restraining order. I think they granted her temporary custody of the baby and stuff.
Footage of him.
Yeah, I saw that. I did see that.
You saw the footage?
Yes, with the still shots. It was the still shots of the home camera or whatever. Yeah, it's just a sad situation, because again, that comes with being in the industry. Your public life is on trial and up for, scrutiny and everything else that comes with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And once again, it carries over to like the lifestyle and stuff like that. Because the thing about it
and it's hard to separate,
Yeah, it's hard to separate in terms of, if you talk about the Chambers cat that killed the chick in Central Park when he choked her out. And
Who was it?
Robert Chambers. Look at that.
Robert Chambers. I heard the name, but I don't remember.
Do you know the story?
No, I don't know the
I
story.
didn't think you did.
Yeah. I heard the name Robert Chambers, though. It's been mentioned.
He was having rough sex with a chick, and he choked her. Not choked out, he choked her till she died.
Bitch, I'm gonna kill.
He choked her till she died. So the thing about it was that was what was the trial about was
Okay.
that was what they were into, but was it out of foreplay, so to speak, or was
Right.
it more so? Was it just they just was his neck on getting killed her? So he ended up doing time because it was his neck going and kill her. So sometimes the thing about it is that when you're dealing with certain aspects of lifestyle, and when choking is involved and spanking and things like,
And it's hard to separate.
Definitely hard to separate,
Yeah.
and it's hard to know the difference in terms of,
Especially when it gets that far. Like, now
you
it's
saying
criminal.
Stop, do you really mean stop?
Right.
Stop, or
But this is what they were into.
So exploring those different possibilities is always is always nervous.
Yes.
And then those are the type of things that we kind of explore. We walk through on here in terms of people that has experience. Like I know a situation where me and Kat went to an event and a bondage party, and there was we were voyeurs.
The trip over.
Yeah, we were voyeurs, but we noticed there was this older white cat there, and there was these two younger chicks. There, they had to be at least maybe late 20s, early 30s. He clearly was in his 50s or 60s,
Right.
a white man, and sometime during the course of the night, the older white guy, and the black chick of the two have been talking. Next thing you know, she's sitting on his lap now. She's sitting on his lap.
He done talk that talk.
And he's got her. But this wasn't a situation where it was just him throwing his rap.
Right.
This was a situation where it's a daddy-daughter relationship, that she was attracted to him because she reminds him of his father. And you can he's speaking to her like he's his daughter. And she felt so comfortable just being in his lap.
Right.
Like that. Me and Kat like, oh shit. We're like,
What's going on here?
damn. Oh shit. And the whole time she was really like turned on about shit like that. Then you got people being flogged in there, and then the dude is the chick is flogging her dude, and after every hard slap, she gotta, you all right? You okay? You all
The
right?
kink.
Yeah, so
The kink of it all.
So yeah, that's the thing about when you get into these type of situations, and it's so frowned on by society,
Right.
About
And they're gonna judge. They're
Yeah.
gonna judge. They're gonna judge, and they're gonna come up. Listen, the one thing I say, going back to the Kiki situation, a lot of people. I'm reading these comments. This is why I don't even follow the blogs, and it just people will post it, and everybody has an opinion. But I'm seeing it more so now in 2023. It's like everybody's an investigator. They want to get to the bottom of it. So, they're coming up with their own stories, and it's like, there's people, they're feeding into it. So, that's where I say, again, hard to separate the lifestyle.
Sometimes it is.
Because you can't keep your business private when you in the industry.
Would you say you're a traditional lover?
I am.
I'm
I'm a,
I'm like
what kind of lover are you? Let me,
I'm not. I'm not.
Oh, you're not a lover?
No.
What,
I
you
didn't
a
say
fighter?
No.
I'm just-
I'm like, it depends on what's
Listen,
presented.
you just going with the flow.
What's
exactly.
What's
yes.
being presented, I like that. Do you like
Yeah,
that?
and
No.
I'm not,
Can
I
you can
wouldn't
do it to
say,
me.
no, see, I
Yeah.
wouldn't say I'm traditional, because I'm open to, a lot of things. Not
Yeah, we can.
everything, but,
I
a couple of things, I'm open to that. But yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Tradition,
Listen.
just to,
Whatever floats our boats.
Well, every boat don't end up leaving the pier.
Right,
Not every
hey,
boat
listen.
ends up leaving the pier. I'm like, I've done some things. I had some things, done. Remember Titanic?
Right.
When Jordan was like, Venus, baby, Venice. Remember Venice? And he's in the steam. He's got the candle wax in his tail. And
yes,
whatnot.
yes.
And I can understand the situation he was in,
Of course.
and I can understand it. So
Good times.
But if you gotta watch a Titanic, what I'm talking about. And then there's been times when I'm like, oh shit. And then it's been times on
Too much.
Put that gag ball in my
Little
mouth.
too much, too much.
So it's interesting. It definitely is. It definitely allows a level of freedom. I know people that walk around with dog collars and dog chains and stuff like that. People like getting whipped.
And more
like getting
power
spanked.
to them,
So it's
you like it, I love it.
About I'll dabble in this, I'll dabble in that.
It's called eccentric, baby, eccentric.
Or multi-jerknal.
Okay, hey, you
multi-jerknal.
can be that too. You can be that too.
So so all those different things are so there's a whole society, a whole network, a whole community of people that live like that, and only we or they, using the pronouns, only we or they understand this is our community. We're into.
And that's the beauty of life, though. You know what I'm saying? You find your community of people, and you flourish.
Yeah. So that's one of the benefits of doing this program, and a lot of people don't like. They'll limit the exposure of it. But that's for us. That's pretty much every.
Yeah, like I said,
show.
I grew up in that Howard Stern era, so back then it was he took it there. Now everybody's so sensitive and wanting to be politically correct, and so it's. For me, I was just talking about it with my coworker. It's weird to see now, because me growing up, I'm used to people saying whatever they want to say, and like either you take it or you leave it. Now it's like you say something and wait a minute, they gonna go back and find what you said 10 years ago. They're gonna do their investigation,
absolutely,
and they're gonna get to the bottom of it.
I've had a chick put her finger in my butt, and I'm like, I've had that experience a couple
Trippy,
times.
trippy. It's the trip over.
I've had a couple of aggressive girls.
I had the butt plug.
Well, I had the butt plug. I just
Well, I'm saying you ain't have it, but you saw it. You saw the butt plug.
I went from stop to wait. Put your one from in there.
That feels good.
So those are part of the things I've gone through in my journey.
All part of the trip.
I think my hole's closed up a little bit, thank God. But however, it's interesting. It's interesting. And the thing about the pandemic, the message during the pandemic has always been stay away. Stay away, whether it's put a mask on, stay 6 feet away,
right.
Whatever it is, that whole message has been to stay away. So it's always been more of a burden for people that are single or staying inside. That's another one. Stay inside, 6 feet, mask on, whatever it is.
Quarantine era.
Quarantine, exactly. Isolation. All of those are deliberating words in terms of making sure people don't connect. So especially if you're single, it really I think plays more of a detriment to you when you don't have anyone there. So now you've got out of circumstances. Now, if you're getting no attention, it's one thing if you have limited attention, you like a girlfriend or somebody you smash. It's one thing, but if you got nobody attention and whatnot, now you're listening to every
and
offer.
I went through COVID single, but that time I was so focused on my music. That was when I really started to. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. So I had something to really keep me busy. Still single now, but
I hear you. Shit, man.
We doing what we do. We doing what we do.
I hear you. So I'm telling you, I'm listening to everything.
Yes.
I'm not so shit that I would off the bat be like no. Now I'm like I'm listening.
And that's where I'm at. Like I'm becoming more open to things. Like for so long I was closed off, and I wouldn't even say angry at the world or angry at anybody. It was just. You going through the notions, and again, everybody has that growth stage where you finally hit it, and not that I hit it and that's it. No, because I'm gonna have another growing stage where I go and you know what I'm saying. I get to the next level. So, yeah. I forgot what I said because I got this Tito.
Shout out to Tito's. We need
Tito's and the Pepsi. And the wild cherry Pepsi. I love me a Pepsi, yeah.
You taste the change?
I love Pepsi.
Oh, shout out to the new generation. Do they still have that generation shit?
That's not even a new. They done changed it. Look at the bottle. That's the dollar. What's that? Which one is that? The $1.25? Yeah. That's the dollar one, right? Now they got it.
$1.25 a dollar. It's a wild cherry.
It's perfect in the can, though. Like, you can never go wrong with a can Pepsi. It's just something about it that hit different. My Pepsi drinkers know what I'm talking about.
I'm saying there's nothing wrong with a can, but the plastic is fucking themselves also. The plastic is...
Come on now.
The plastic is...
They just putting more plastic out every time you turn around.
I'm saying, man. You can't... I need a Twinkie. Have you had a Twinkie?
Man, my uncle loved Twinkies. My uncle, he was a Twinkie guy.
Was he an old school Twinkie or the new Twinkie?
No, he was an old school. My uncle was very, very old school. He liked ring dings too. It was funny because he passed away like maybe 3 years ago, and I'm not really big. Like since I've gotten older, I don't eat cakes and sweets. I have to be like in the mood for them, but I always have to have me a ring ding, like, because those were his favorites.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Shout out to, what's that, Drake's that makes those?
Drake,
tasty cakes and all of that.
No. But
what you was going to say, how old am I? Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Ring dings is Hostess. Ring dings is Hostess. I know it because I used to go and buy them for my uncle. But I heard you saying, how old am I?
Yeah. You're older than me, so
I'm 32.
Oh, wow. God.
An industry age.
So you're older than that? Oh, that's a good one. So you're older than that. I'm not going to go.
I'm 32. I'm 32.
I hear you. Shit, man. I got drawers older than you.
Listen, hey, I'm glad. Cheers to him.
Let's see.
They done been through some things.
More of these in a minute. Shit, the apple gone. There's only one grape left.
What?
Shit, man.
Got the Fruit of the Looms.
Yeah. I got a couple of tidy whiteys still in them motherfuckers. Yeah.
A little variety, Trip over.
No, we do our thing on here. We definitely do our thing on here.
Yeah, I had a good time. This was actually good, Like, I've only done maybe 2-3 podcasts so far. and most of them have been with S.STREET Media,
Well, that's good.
aka Promotions. So I'm glad that you asked me to be here with you tonight.
Just so happened you just happened.
And I like this because, you know, I like to say what I feel. You know, I'm from the Howard Stern era.
Although you lucky Cat's not here. Oh, man, Cat shit.
Well, I'm not from the Howard Stern era, but, you know, I used to watch it. My uncle, he would put it on. So, because I'm 32.
Raw. I did shit. Don't mind me. I'm just a verbal masturbator. I just.
Yeah, like I said, I love the environment. I love your energy. I definitely want to come back here again.
You're more than welcome. We're going to be on Sundays. And
the next time I'm going to come with a bottle. I'm going to be ready.
Yeah, man.
You know, I got to get home, so I can't get too crazy. Had to have me a drink with Mr. Willie from BK.
Yeah, Will BK, you know. You know, different things that's going to be coming up during this show around where, you know, for the most part, and Matt could tell you, most of it was hobby shit. It was just a hobby.
Okay.
Doing this shit. It was just fun. But, you know, once again, at the stage, you know, people want to get serious. We want to monetize. There's different situations where we actually can, you know, do more with it. And that's what we're going to do.
I'm ready for it. I am ready for it. I will be tuned into it all.
That's what's up. One of the things that we're going to be doing that no one does is we're going to be doing like fentanyl tests on here so people can actually see what they're doing. I have a council member of the city council.
Okay.
He's going to be coming in, and he pushed a bill that he pushed the bill already that all the bars and restaurants in New York City has the Narcan kit.
Oh, nice.
In there, so he pushed that bill.
That's good. I like to hear that. I like to hear that.
Actually, my friend's father, who's a user, uses fentanyl, and he said he'd be more than happy to come on and talk about his usage with that. You know, and like I said, you know, there's different lifestyle things.
And it's crazy that you say that. Not to cut you off, but to go to this fentanyl. I recently went back to. I started working again at my old job that I worked at for like maybe a year, and I left. So I recently went back, and you know, a lady I was working with, it was crazy because she was doing fentanyl, and it was so crazy to watch her spiral from, you know, and not to tell nobody's story, but you know, this was just something crazy for me because, you know, drug abuse has been in my family. My mother was, you know, a drug abuser, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get into everything she used and stuff like that, but, you know, it was like literally weeks. I would say maybe like a month span, and this lady spiraled out of control. You know, she started, you know, doing whatever she was doing downstairs in the bathroom, and she would come back upstairs. Now, I don't know fentanyl, so you know what I'm saying? I don't know the signs of it and everything like that. But long story short, she would come back up, you know, she would be nodding off, like, and then from there, it just went to, she would be like, oh, I'm coming to work, and then she wouldn't show up, and I'm like, this is crazy. This lady has children, like, you know what I'm saying? And I know from, you know, my mother dealing with these issues that, you know, it's a never-ending struggle. So, you know, but just because you said that, I never seen something like that happen. Like, literally, she just went, it was like a flip switched, and she was back, you know, and prior to that, they said, you know, she was good. She was living, doing what she had to do, but then just like that, she just spiraled right back into it. And it was just something that was heartbreaking for me to see, because it was like, she let that take over her life. I know people, you know, we use drugs, you know, but at the same time, we still gotta take care of our business, and, you know, especially if you have kids, you know what I'm saying? But that was crazy. That was definitely something crazy to see. And fentanyl is like the newest, you know, back in the day it was crack, coke, you know what I'm saying? So to see where it advanced to and how fast it could just, take over somebody. Like,
yeah, and the thing about it is that you can't tell if what it looks like. You can't tell if it's added to your shit. You can't tell if
yes,
such and such. And the thing about it is that it's the high is still worth the risk.
yes.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, because I was like, we never know. One day, you know what I'm saying? She don't come back for a while. God forbid we go downstairs and, this is the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, fentanyl is like the strongest. So
it is, because the thing about it is it's used to extend, or the thing with the difference between I know user is a user, but I think that, in my opinion, when it comes to certain races, everybody wants to be higher. Absolutely. You never, once you're a user, you never lose the first taste. It never goes away. Never goes away.
Yep.
So whether you've been sober for 20 years or 2 days or whatever, that's something that you always will have in common, the taste.
Yep.
That taste. That's always going to be ingrained in you. So the thing about it is that there's always going to be a pursuit for a higher, something higher.
Yeah.
Taking higher, going higher. That's always going to be there.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
And, because of my mother and, it wasn't even just, the drugs alone. Alcohol in my family was abused. So that's why I've never went further than smoking weed, because I know, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, this has been abused in my family. If I touch any of that, there's a possibility. And, those are much stronger, much higher drugs. I'm a small frame girl. So, I've always had that fear of, well, how could this affect me? That's why I said I wanted to, and I want to try acid one time. I've been learning a little bit here and there, micro dosing. So, but, it's just crazy. Addiction can really take over.
Yeah, hence, it's funny that the trip is from an acid trip. That's where the name originally came from.
We going on a trip.
And three of us took acid at the same time, and our experiences were different. One person was paranoid. It was so funny. One person was paranoid, and it's like every time they went into a room, you see their head sticking out the door,
looking to see.
That. So whether they went to the bathroom or to their bedroom, just see their head.
They ain't know who was watching them.
And I couldn't stop laughing. That was my problem. I couldn't stop laughing. I was just like, the whole time, and I couldn't turn it off. And I got tears in my eyes. I can't fucking stop laughing. I can't stop laughing. So and then the other guy was he came in mad because it's his baby's mother, and he was pissed off the whole time.
Wow.
So he's trying to talk to me about it, and I'm laughing because I can't stop it.
And the other one,
and the other one is the whole time and what.
Who said that?
So everybody's experience was pretty different and whatnot.
And that's why, I want to try it with
so you
a
have
group of friends.
Right, so that's the rules. You got to try it with people you trust.
Yes.
Have things on standby, like you might need milk.
Okay.
Or you might need some kind of cold tablet. So if you want to turn it off, milk or cold tablets helps bring down.
What kind of cold tablet?
No, like cold tablets, like Tylenol or something.
Oh, okay, right. I'll just making sure, because I need to know this,
Like colon sinus medicine might help, like milk or stuff like that.
I'm gonna make sure I have that, because I don't know.
The kind of
I might be the one crying. I drink a little Hennessy and I be ready to go to tears.
Yeah. So the thing with acid, it's like you're going through this whole kaleidoscopal type of ritual.
Yes.
You know,
I love a good kaleidoscope.
It's going in and out and in and out, and then everything is just it's like, you know, everything is loopy
Yeah.
and whatnot. Like, wow, I never realized how white that wall is. Everything is so crisp
Right.
and clear and stuff like that. So it's like,
It's a trip.
so that's exactly what it is. And then for some people, it's a bad trip, you know, in terms of it could be. I think it might be a little bit more emotional and
Yeah.
whatnot, but I never experienced that.
Like you said, it affects everyone differently.
So
And they say you have to be, you know, more open to it. Don't, you know.
yeah. So yeah, so
So.
absolutely and whatnot.
Next time I come,
Yeah,
it's
you're
probably,
welcome.
that's into the new year. I definitely, like I said, I want to.
But why does that
Go
be
on
so
a trip.
far? Why would that be so far?
Well, you know, I'm not ready yet. You know, it's all part of the journey.
Okay, well, you know.
And the next time I come on here, which will be after the new year anyway.
Well,
If you're willing to have me though, you
can
know, I'm
have
over
the
here
point,
planning my
yeah.
next.
You know, we you know.
Yeah, so
It's fun. You know.
I'll definitely get back with you on my trip.
Oh, you do that. But I am about to actually wrap it up.
Okay.
A little bit and whatnot. So I still got, you know, I got still things to pick up, you know.
Right.
Allergies.
Yeah, you know.
And whatnot, you know. I'm maybe going to the
You going on your trip? That's all.
Well,
Going on your trip.
You know, so, you know, go make a little picky up.
You know, pick me upper, quicker pick me upper.
Yeah, so, you know. This
Got the Tito's with the Pepsi.
So, yeah, so this is a good, you know, just for me to get my feet back onto my feet. So next week or next time we'll be back on, you know, Katrina will be here.
Okay.
And whatnot.
Shout out to Trina.
You know, Cupcake Caddy.
Cupcake.
You know, and, you know, we might probably talk about, that's another show that we're going to talk about that I didn't mention as it relates to. Do you remember the song "Put It in Your Mouth"? Remember?
Yes.
Little Akinelli.
Yes.
Well, the girl that
Put
sings
it
on
in
the,
your mouth.
Yes. So the girl that sings the hook on there, her name is Kia Jeffries, is another old time friend of mine.
Ah, shout out to Miss Jeffries.
Yeah. So and she's been on and she's singing the hook on "You Nasty Boy, You Nasty" on Biggie's doing.
Okay.
Same person. So her story, aside from being an artist, is she was married to a boxing champion at one point named Martin. I forgot his first name. I forgot I met him a long time ago.
What was his name?
Something Martin.
Martin? I never heard
I forgot
of
his
him.
first name. He was a boxing champ.
And when is this? Next week?
It could be, but
Okay,
we'll find out.
yeah. I'm going to definitely be tuned in
So
for that.
her story was because she was domestic in a domestic abuse relationship,
right.
and to make a long story short, she ended up killing him because he was pistol. She ended up killing him because she was defending herself because he was pistol whipping her. So you know,
I'm
so
definitely gonna
that
be
was a
in
long
tune.
story. That was a long story. She's still
Yeah.
explaining. And then I have another friend that was in something similar as Kia, same circumstance, ended up having to stab him.
Wow.
Same thing because he was abusing her. The only difference is Kia didn't do time, and Roxanne did do time for 2 years. So they
Now, I would say have them both on at the same
Yes,
time. We need
that's-
to
yeah.
hear these stories.
So so both similar circumstances. Both were in the news. You know, both ended up being in Atlanta.
I'm gonna
you
check
know,
this
so
out.
so
I've never
like
heard
so
of this, man.
so you know, so all these different different.
That's
stories,
definitely gonna
and
be a good topic. That's definitely
you know,
not even a
so-
topic because that's real life.
So yeah, so being it's one thing when you know one person that kills somebody to
Right.
protect themselves. So now you know two motherfuckers that do the same shit and whatnot. So
and it's
yeah.
two different perspectives because one got off and one had to serve time. So
Yeah. So they'll be able to telling their stories.
well,
and
I will
whatnot.
be tuned in.
And so and you know other things. You know, so those are the things that this show I just had to do it for myself first, as
Of
opposed
course.
to doing it with the team because, as I told Matt, I didn't know me anymore as it relates to this. I know my footing.
Trust me, I understand that 100%.
So it worked
This
out.
is the test run. You just getting your feet wet again.
Yeah, so now it's damp. So yeah, so Anya, I really appreciate you sitting in with me as long as you have.
Yes, I appreciate you.
You know, and everything just worked out the way it did because I didn't even know you were coming.
Right.
And then
I
it
didn't
just so
even know.
happened.
I just happened to just pop up because I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
Before I go home, let me make sure I go drop this off
Yeah.
before I hit the road.
And it just so and it just so happened.
Yes,
and,
dropping
right,
off the sage.
Right, and it just so happened, just so everything just so happened.
Yes, I'm so glad you asked me to be a
so-
part of this too.
so-
I'm really glad you asked me to be a part of this because I've learned from you tonight. You know
You
what I'm
did?
saying? Like I said, when people talk, I listen. So, you know, now I know my homework. I have to know how I'm gonna sell myself and my music. Even though I know how I'm gonna sell it, but it's the confidence that comes with it. So,
Yeah, 'cause-
appreciate you.
Yeah, so.
We on the trip over.
Yeah, absolutely. But we'll be back here next week. I guess we should be doing this for real next week and whatnot.
Okay.
And Anya, I appreciate it once again. And it's your boy Will B. K, the alternative means psychedelic masturbation, the Triple Radio Show. You know, Matt, please take us out with something. You know, we can groove and vibe too. You know, whatnot. And you can always check out S.STREET Media anytime, any day of the week. They always got some great shows going on.
Shout
and
out to
whatnot.
S.STREET
Shout out
Media.
to my homeboy once again, Carrie Singletary. Shout out to my homegirl Kalia. Shout out to the Vandal Hour. So all these different people and shows that I've known for a long time and whatnot. It's good to know that I'm still welcome here and whatnot. So you definitely check out the zany antics and things that you'll be seeing and going on up in here. And once again, it's the Triple Radio Show, an alternative means psychedelic masturbation. And I'm about to be out. Definitely check me out next time. Check us out next time. And this is what we do. All right, y'all. Take it light and whatnot. Take us home, man.
What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to Wild Kingdom. This is mine.
Here we go, Wild Kingdom. Team Demo. Free God, you already know, man. Listen up.
In the field, they launching missiles, it's going down. In your mom clear with holes and feathers floating around. Hammer slam down when the rocket hit, they fall, knock your helmet off, dogs. The chin strap and all, listen, and all that. I rep the Bronx from not playing. Wild Kingdom hoodie, night gears with the straps hanging. I go hard for real, your grind not like mine. Took it on the road, fam, establishing pipelines. Caught some bits selling work, I really move it. DEA forward your paper, and I could prove it. We had the lobby popping, band packs finishing them. Pockets chunky, like 2 cans of spinach in them. Hey yo, I'm humble, snap like a gator. Get the load and them rockets up in the rail for the haters. Look, I be chasing them bands, chop it down, scrape up the plate like Edward Scissorhand. You rat niggas got hitting tendencies. My track record clean in the hood when you mention me. Used to move in the hood and back blocks. Black Dodge van on the set with stash box. Yeah, I build on my own with no favors. Got it with the work on the scale, plates and razors. I used to move in the hood and back blocks. Black Dodge van on the set with stash box. Yeah, I build on my own with no favors.